Drink Prime.
Prime.
So, have you tried this yet, Tyler? Try Prime yet?
I haven't. No, it
It's
looks
actually really
overpriced.
good.
Is it?
I'm impressed.
I got I've only tried the ice pop so far, but it's good. It tastes like fruit punch. Um,
Is it? Is it like a sports drink or like an energy drink?
yeah, it's a hydration drink, so it's like Gatorade kind of.
Okay, so it's like a Gatorade. Okay.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
tastes really good. It's really good actually. Um, yeah, there's the kids corner right by my house that sells. They get like all this imported stuff from all over the world. They sell Prime there. It's like $7. It's super overpriced, but
I,
like
I was gonna I
good.
was gonna say like I'm assuming it's really overpriced.
Yeah, I just got it for the trend, but yeah, I decided I would do a live taste test on stream. So hashtag drink prime. Um, did you guys happen to catch Logan Paul in Saudi Arabia over the weekend?
I
I
did
watched
not.
him
Did you,
blow his
Jake?
knee out.
He actually, okay, here's the thing. So I watched the match, like I watched the full thing.
I didn't watch the full thing.
That's okay. I watch wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan.
I watched him jump into the table with his
Yeah.
phone in his hand.
So you watched the viral clip, yeah. So
Yes.
I'm a wrestling guy. I can talk wrestling, right? I know my stuff when it comes to professional wrestling. This dude can wrestle. Like this dude's a star. Like that's the scare. Like that's the thing is like I genuinely mean that. Like he's had three matches. He had a match at WrestleMania. He had a match at SummerSlam, and then this one. He knows how to work a crowd. He knows how to promote a match, and he's talented in the ring. Like he knows what he's doing. Like he can flow. Like he looks good in the ring. Like he looks like he could be an actual wrestler. And like apparently like all the wrestlers backstage after the show were like, "Yeah, dude, you're killing it." Like Triple H said he's definitely a future world champion if he keeps at it because he actually is good. Like him and Roman put on a good match. And
Hmm.
honestly, I was watching it back and like by the end, like the match ended and I was like, I couldn't even tell that he like tore anything. Like he did the whole thing. Like the match went on as planned. The whole
Oh,
thing.
so
They
he
went
didn't
through
like
the
come
whole.
off injured.
No, no, not at all.
No, but he blew his
Yeah.
knee out.
They didn't mention it at all on the show. Like I watched the whole show. Yeah, like
Wow.
from the middle of I don't even know where he tore it. I don't even know. Like I couldn't even see, but um you look good. I just wanted to talk about that just because that's I
Hmm.
had fun watching it. It's fun to be a wrestling fan right now. It's really fun.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into some football, guys.
Good take. Good take.
Thank you, Jake.
Great take. I I applaud you for that. Great take.
You want to talk about let's talk about the Ravens on Monday night, Jake.
Uh, that defense, although they've choked 3 games this year, played the best they've played all year.
Did they?
That was incredible.
I didn't
I
watch the game.
I watched the second half of it. I mean, by that point in time, though, they had just exploded, and it seemed like New Orleans could not do a thing because they really couldn't, which sucked because I had Olave on my team, and he did not really that good. I
Mm.
think only like 5 catches for like 50 yards. But
Didn't you just trade Olave?
yeah, I just traded him today, actually, or yesterday.
Who
After
you
his
trade him for?
after his piss performance.
Okay, listen to this. You're gonna laugh. Ready?
You traded him and D Hop, right?
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
I traded Olave and Hopkins for Mark Andrews and Juju.
Who traded you Mark Andrews?
Nico did.
Why? Was he that desperate for receivers?
I guess.
Weird. Who's your old tight end?
I have Tunyon and Gesicki in my lineup right now.
Okay, so like no one good.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I need a
Good
running
for
back.
you.
Would one of you be willing to trade me a running back?
No.
You can have Clyde Edwards-Helaire back.
I don't want Clyde Edwards-Helaire back.
My
I don't
running
want him
back
either.
is
I'll trade you him for Zeke.
No, what's the point in that?
I don't know. They both suck.
They've both been busts, as per usual.
as
Yeah.
per usual.
As per usual.
Was Clyde Edwards-Helaire supposed to be any good though?
Like,
He was a first round pick.
He was a first
yeah,
round pick, but like
if
32nd overall.
the problem, like, he's good,
Yeah,
like he's really good,
yeah.
but the problem is like
He's not fixing.
fantasy wise, because Mahomes gets the ball to like 11 different people in the game.
Uh,
If you're not Travis Kelce or Juju or McCole Hardman, you're not going to get points.
yeah,
You'll get like three, right?
yeah. Such a diverse, extreme offense.
Thank God they were on bye this week. I mean, now they get to rest up. And who are they? I can't remember who they're playing this week, but I think they're going to stomp on whoever they're playing this week. Oh, they're playing the Jags,
Who was on bye week?
the Chiefs. They were on bye week like this past week.
Or they beat the Titans in Sunday Night Football
Yeah, what do
Oh,
you
wait,
yeah,
yeah, never mind. Their bye week's the week after. Whoops.
2 days ago, and you're messing them up, dude.
I know. Um but yeah, Clyde's been fine, but like if you're a first round running back, like you're expected to be like a bell cow, and he is not that. He is there.
He doesn't like. I feel like if you put him on a different offense, he'd get used a lot more, and like maybe like get more time to shine. Like Kansas City doesn't need to run the ball.
No, no, they don't. Like that's what like
Yeah,
he's okay, but like again, like when you
he's not
draft a running
good
back
to
in the first
squad. That's
round,
all. Like he could be really good like on a bad team.
eh.
I don't know.
He doesn't do anything special though. Like
No, yeah, that's true. He's not like a Saquon or like a Derrick
yeah,
Henry.
you don't watch him play and go like, oh, okay, this guy's just
Yeah,
different.
that's true.
He is kind of there.
Yep, that's yeah, kind of just there. That makes sense. Um, but yeah, no, yeah, I don't know how you forgot about the Chiefs game. Yeah, oh, I didn't even watch the Chiefs game. I watched the highlights, but
I watched the
it went to
highlights too. I didn't
overtime.
actually watch the game.
It went to overtime. I was falling asleep by the third quarter, and then I shouldn't have because the fourth quarter everything exploded, and the game
Yep.
went sideways. So the Chiefs came back, converted their 2 points, tied the game, and went to overtime. Um, Kicked the field goal, and then just destroyed Malik Willis.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
they just
Malik,
I
wrecked him.
can't believe I forgot about
Wrecked him.
I feel dumb now. I feel kind of stupid for saying that.
that's okay. Yeah, they had
I completely forgot that their bye week was week 8, not week 9. Uh,
was
so
it three straight sacks on Malik Willis in overtime?
I think so.
I think it was. It
I
was
think it
definitely two
was.
to three, if not three straight sacks.
I think it was because I was watching the highlights back. They sacked him on second and whatever. They sacked him on second down. I was like, oh man. And I was like, okay, they need to make a Hail Mary pass or they need to go for this on third down. Get sacked again. And then it's like 4th and 21. Okay, he needs to go. He needs to like chuck this down long. And then he got sacked again. It was
Yeah,
like back to back to back. I was rooting for him too.
I know it's hard to blame. Like he's a third round rookie, but like he's
Yeah.
not ready. Like like obviously they didn't want to start him. Tannehill. Tannehill was out, but
Yeah.
yeah,
he is far from being an NFL starter.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But yeah, he's got room to grow. It's just
Yeah,
inexperience, I think. He's playing some good teams too.
yeah. I mean, like but like even compared to like Mariota, who's not that good, but like Mariota also passes 16 times a game, but he completes 15 of them at least, right? Like
Yeah.
Malik Willis completed 5 passes all game. That's
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 terrible.
not enough passes.
That's actually terrible.
There. I just wanted to go back and retract my statement saying that the Titans have played good teams because the last 2 weeks they've played the Texans and the Colts. So I would just like to retract that statement.
Yeah, feel free to do that whenever you'd like.
Deal.
Um, Brady hit 100,000 yards this week, guys, or like this weekend.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. That was actually a pretty decent game, the Rams and the Bucks.
It was a good like second half. The first half was like it was just kind of a mess.
Yeah.
But like it was a good game because it had a good ending. If like Brady threw a pick at midfield on the final drive, it would not have been a good game,
That's
you
true.
know?
It was the happy ending.
Yeah.
Well,
The good guys won.
Did you hear him in his
are the
presser?
Bucks the good guys?
Yeah, of course the Bucks. It's Tom Brady.
Yeah. Did you
Recently,
guys hear him in his presser after the game? He was
No.
he was like that was awesome. And like he started laughing, and like all the reporters started laughing, and he was like, he swore in it, and he was like, "That was effing awesome."
Oh,
Thanks for censoring yourself.
I'll censor myself. I'll censor
good
myself.
job, Jake. We're proud of
Thank
you.
I was waiting for you to drop a big F bomb there. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh
No,
god.
I censored myself. Keep myself
Good job.
composed. Thank you. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, no, good for Tom. I want the Bucks to do well. I want Tom to do well. At this point, you can't not root for him. Like you never know when
I
his last
mean,
genuinely.
I mean, when they're competing with the Falcons for the division lead, I can't really cheer for them, but I
That's
can't blame
true.
you,
That's true.
Justin.
It's like if LeBron came out and said next year is my last year in the NBA, we would all root for him.
No, I
Yeah, that's
wouldn't.
fair.
You want LeBron
Okay,
to
Jake wouldn't.
okay, Jake wouldn't.
I
Jake's
wouldn't.
Jake hates everybody that's good. Like Jake just hates players
No, I'm not
because they're
saying that.
good and they
I'm
get
not
hyped.
saying that LeBron isn't good, but like his whole image of wanting to move to LA and build this like super team has totally failed, and no one is putting the blame on him.
I mean, they won a title there. Let's not forget
they
that.
did win a title.
After they had a 4 month break, so all of them could get healthy again.
There's an asterisk beside every championship, Jake.
No, that that
Yeah,
that
like
that bubble one was something else.
no.
But
They won 4 playoff rounds. Like it was the same as any other year.
LeBron tried
Don't
running
have
the
the
team
exact
though.
same chance.
If LeBron didn't make personnel decisions, they could have had Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, and DeMar DeRozan on the team with Anthony Davis and LeBron. Think of
Yeah,
that
like
team going to the playoffs. This one will not.
I
That's
think they're still
not
gonna make
gonna
the playoffs,
championship.
but
Yeah, I still don't think they will, but we can talk about that too now that we're on the topic of the Lakers.
Yeah,
2-8 to start the season.
2-8.
But they're making like 13th, 14th overall, like in the West. I mean, not overall.
Why am I not surprised?
Them, the Rockets, and the Kings are going to be the bottom three teams in the West this year. Because we thought the Jazz were going to stink, but they don't. I think the Spurs will do better than everyone thinks now.
the
Yeah,
Lakers are look, they're not gonna win the title this year, but like
They're not making the
probably
playoffs. They're not making the
yeah,
plan.
I
no,
think
they're
they'll make the
not.
playoffs.
No,
Yeah,
they're
they
not.
are.
No, they're not.
No, they're
You
not.
don't think they'll make do you think they'll make the play in?
No.
No.
Maybe
You
the
think
10
they'll be
seed.
you think they'll be a 10 seed or below?
They were
Nine
last
seed,
year.
9 seed is their absolute ceiling.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Because they suck.
Yeah, they
They're not
stink.
a good team.
Go watch them like highlights of their games and watch how bad they play on defense. Then you'll know. Like
That's
they
fair.
can't none of them play on defense. So everybody puts up 140 points on them and they can't come back from that because they're not scoring 140 points. It's
So
brutal.
one of the
Sorry.
reasons I think they'll no, you're good. You're good. One of the reasons I think of it, like no, they're not going to win the title, obviously. But one of the reasons I think that they're gonna come back and actually make the playoffs is they're shooting awful right now, but shooting is such a streaky thing. Like they clearly have the talent. Like not a they're not a strong shooting team overall, but they're shooting so bad right now. It's like it's unsustainable. So like once that kind of regresses, I think they'll be a lot better. Was is a big part of it.
I was
I
gonna say,
don't buy it. I don't buy it.
No,
they got some decent young guys on their squad. Like they're not terrible. They don't play well together. Like Austin Reeves and Lonnie Walker have actually been looking like really good for their team. Like
Yeah.
Lonnie Walker's been putting up like 20 points like consistently. And like I watched one Lakers game earlier on in the season so far, and Austin Reeves was coming off the bench and he was looking pretty hot too. He was like making like consistent threes and like he looked like he reminded me of like an Alex Caruso type. Like he's a consistent guy. He's never gonna lead the team, but he reminds me of Alex Caruso that way a little bit. And he was on their championship winning squad. So maybe next year if they fix some issues that need to be fixed, then
Yes.
yes.
That's how we're gonna put it. Fix some issues.
Anyways, let's get back to some football.
Wait,
Uh,
wait, one more thing, and then we will give it.
okay, one more thing. Yep.
The Raptors won tonight. Shout out
They did.
Toronto. They're actually
I
what place
mean,
in the East?
I don't know. I mean, they beat the Rockets. Like, let's not get too excited here.
The Rockets by like what, 8, 9? Like, come on.
Yeah, something like that.
They're
Fine.
7-5.
Yeah,
That's about right. That's about where they deserve to be.
yeah,
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 fifth in the East.
yeah.
Milwaukee finally lost. Didn't they lose to like Detroit
I
or
don't know.
something? Who did they lose to?
They lost to the Thunder, I think, didn't they?
That's who it was. Oh no, oh, they lost to Atlanta.
Oh, oh, they played the Thunder tonight. Or yeah.
They lost to Atlanta.
Um, yeah, Milwaukee's been looking good too. They're undefeated for a little while. Middleton hasn't even been playing some of their game. Has he played at all?
I'm
Because like
not
I
sure.
haven't even heard anything about him, but I know Giannis has been out for a couple. He was out for a game. And they still won without him.
Giannis, Holiday, and Middleton are not playing tonight, and they are
I'm
beating the
guessing,
Thunder.
I'm guessing they were out last 2 nights ago too, and they lost to Atlanta.
Oh, probably.
But again, like they have a good team. Like it's the era of good teams in basketball right now. Memphis, Portland's doing well.
You
Portland
it's
Utah,
an era of good teams. What does that even mean? There wasn't good teams in the past.
no, like you gotta have a good fundamental core team. Like you gotta have like everyone's gotta be good. Like everyone's gotta work well,
Warriors,
have good team chemistry.
the Warriors were a super team. Like, yeah, they were a good team, but like a good team consists of like look at Memphis. Like that's
That's
the
what I
perfect
mean.
example.
That's what I mean. Utah,
Guys
Fair enough.
who whose name like I probably couldn't even tell you this Memphis' starting five off the top of my head,
same.
but they're gonna be in the top three this year, at least.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I mean by good basketball team. And like Utah, yeah, too. Like Laurie Markkinen has looked like I keep seeing memes saying that this guy looks like Larry Bird out there on the court.
That's funny. Does he actually?
I,
I
I don't
haven't
know.
seen a single Jazz game this year. I haven't
I
seen.
haven't either.
Yeah, I would say I don't watch the Utah Jazz.
No,
Sorry.
I don't think anyone watches the Utah Jazz.
We
Um,
will if they make the playoffs. I'd
we'll have
actually,
to,
yeah, I'd have to watch those games.
yeah. The Pacers, they're 5-6. Like they're decent. They're like a good team.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know. Like
Toronto.
Portland, yeah. Toronto, yeah. Toronto's always been like a good like core team though. That's always been like their
That's
thing.
the culture.
That's the culture, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, we can move back into football now if you guys would like. If you don't mind, Jake.
Sure. Green Bay lost again, guys.
Yeah, to the Lions, dude.
How funny is that? They're 3-6 now, right?
There's
Yeah,
Um,
it's
yeah.
who do we put blame on?
The lack of receiving core.
Okay, Zyler, who do you put your blame on?
Devontae Adams.
I don't
So
because
I
the
get
Packers lost
We
again.
get to, we can get to
I
his awful team in a second, but
I mean it's his fault for leaving. So yeah, it's mostly the receivers, unfortunately.
I think it's Rodgers' fault for not practicing enough with the receivers before the season started.
Good take.
I think it's
There's
his fault.
Rogers does Rogers is like really picky about who he throws to. You're right. He like if Rogers yeah, Rogers kind of expects a lot and he really requires good chemistry with his receivers. So in that sense, Rogers playing with bums is like a very bad combo.
Yes.
Like Brady carried so many awful wide receivers in New England and like made people think that they were good. Like Edelman's my
Edelman was
example. Like
good. He's not. I don't think
Edelman
he's
was
a Hall of
good,
Famer.
but
Isn't Edelman a
people
Hall of
think he's a
Famer?
Hall of Famer. No,
No.
No, he won't be. He shouldn't be. He's
but Tom
good.
Brady made him look like one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers has never like made receivers look good per se. So yeah, when he ends up with a receiving core like this, it's a bad combo.
yeah.
Going on to his ex teammate or his ex wide receiver, Devontae Adams. The Raiders blow a 17-point lead
again.
again for the third time this year.
Uh-huh.
You can say the same about Devontae Adams as you just did for Aaron Rodgers.
What do you mean?
You give him a crappy quarterback, he can't make any catches.
Derek Carr's not
Did he-
crappy.
Did Devontae Adams not have 12 catches for 2 touchdowns this week?
Well, okay, so
10,
sorry,
146, and 2.
if you have not
What do you mean he doesn't
four-time
catch the
MVP
ball?
if you have a not a 4-time MVP as your quarterback, you're not going to look like the best wide receiver in the league.
Adams and Carr are playing good, kind
They're
of.
playing good, but he doesn't look like the best receiver in the league anymore.
Well,
I agree. He doesn't look like the best receiver in the league anymore, but he's still like top 5.
He's still top 5. Aaron Rodgers is still top 5 too, though. That's what I mean. You could say the same for both of them.
Yeah, they are. They are both
okay,
top
I
5.
understand.
Yeah,
I
that's all.
understand where you're coming
Yeah.
from.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's all I was trying to say. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
the Raiders just can't seem to win games.
We need to fire, like, why am I saying we like I like them? But they need to fire Josh McDaniels.
He'll last the season at least.
Yeah, but they need to fire him right after the
Probably.
season's done.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence had a really good game. 25 for 31. 1 touchdown, no picks.
Wow, nice.
So
Good for
he
him.
yeah, he's like I think I said this last week. It's time for him to start stepping it up. Like, not that he's been awful, but like
Yep.
He's
it's
slowly stepping up.
Yep.
time to actually start being good and not just showing promise, and he's starting to actually be good. So
Good. It's a good thing. Joe Mixon.
yeah.
I was just reading up again. Joe Mixon, 5 touchdowns, 55.1 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals franchise record for most touchdowns in a game.
Against the Panthers, but like still.
Mickey Mouse touchdowns.
Mickey Mouse touchdowns.
They don't count
That's
against
like
the
saying
Panthers.
that franchise record doesn't even count.
Yeah,
That's
it
still
doesn't count.
like that's still impressive though. 5 touchdowns.
I'm making a joke. No, it actually is.
Yeah.
No,
Super.
that's crazy. He had an insane.
Yeah.
He just decided to be Nick Chubb overnight.
Yeah. This game actually looks closer than it was. Final score is 42-21, which is like, it's bad, but not that bad.
Because
But it was
the Bengals just took their foot off the gas.
yeah, it was 35-0 at half, and then they just stopped playing.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we win. Yeah.
Yeah, Mixon had 4 of his touchdowns in the first half alone.
Yeah.
They put in Brandon Allen at the end of the game just for fun.
I think that was like the same with remember when the Bills played the Titans on like prime time like 6-7 weeks ago,
Yeah, and they smushed them.
and it was 35-0 by like the mid-second quarter.
Yeah, they started putting the second and third stringers out in like the fourth quarter.
Same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same stuff.
Speaking
Yeah.
of the Bills, speaking of the Buffalo Bills, get upset by the Jets.
Are we surprised?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're surprised.
I am actually surprised.
How are you not surprised? Like, how
I
would you
am.
not
I
be
just said it
surprised?
was.
Sorry, I meant to say, how would you not be surprised? There's no, like, I don't think anybody would have predicted that the Jets would.
Well, some people probably did, but like the Jets have looked decent.
Their defense has looked really good.
I
Defense
was
is
this Jets defense is really good.
Yeah.
They just have
Yeah,
they're really, really young, and they're all kind of just working really well together.
Yeah. Quinnen Williams is putting together a hell of a season.
Same with Sauce.
I know Sauce. Who's Quinnen Williams?
D tackle, former 3rd overall pick, I believe, from
Ah.
like 4 years ago. I don't know, kind of took him
Yeah, 2019.
yeah, 3 years ago. Kind of took him a while to reach that potential, but you know, he's playing at that level right now, which is
Nice. Good.
Zach Wilson didn't screw up the game, I guess. I don't know, like he was fine, but he only passed for 150 yards. It's not like he like carried the team or anything. But
Yeah, you try passing for 150 yards against the Buffalo Bills, Zyler.
I'm not saying I could. I'm saying a lot of other quarterbacks could.
Yeah, that's true.
Guys,
Oh,
I'm really worried about my fantasy team
why?
because Josh Allen is day to day with an elbow injury on his throwing arm.
Uh-oh.
And if he's not ready to go and I lose this week, I'm going to be 4-6.
Uh-oh.
Going to be in
Who's your
trouble.
backup?
I don't have a backup right now because Josh Allen has already had his bye week.
We'll get a backup now just in case, so you can put him in.
I don't want to get a backup because I want
You have a
Josh
backup.
Allen to play.
Okay,
Or
well, you have three tight ends. Didn't you just admit you have three tight ends in your roster?
Yes.
No, drop one of your tight ends.
Yeah. Okay. I'll drop Tunyon.
do you want Russell Wilson for a tight end this week? Because I think I might need a tight end. I'm not
You
even
want
kidding.
Robert Tunyon.
Why you want Robert Tunyon?
Well, Tyler Conklin's on bye week this week, and both my other tight ends are injured, so I might
You know
need.
what? I'll give you. How about I give you Mike Gesicki?
How about we talk after the episode, Jake?
How about okay?
Okay. Speaking of my tight ends, Irv Smith Jr. I have on my IR. The Vikings are leading the division convincingly.
They're 3 games up halfway through the season.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be hard to catch them, especially if you're Green Bay or Detroit or the Bears.
Well, the Bears and
Oh,
the Bears and Packers are both 3-6.
I know.
yeah, but let's be real here. Which team do we think is going to win more games moving forward?
I don't know, man. The Bears, I was gonna say they look like they have their act together, kind of.
But like they've looked better. Justin Fields, well, we can get into him in a second, but he's looked good over the last month or so.
Yeah, well,
Um,
he broke the QB rushing record. Didn't Lamar break that record earlier this year?
And yeah,
no, it was Vic's
it was last year, I think.
no, it was Vic's record. Lamar never had it. Lamar broke
Oh,
the total yards in a season.
Oh,
oh,
Lamar never
game
had the single
yards,
game. Yeah, single game yards. It was
game
Vic.
yards, yes.
Yeah.
good for him. He looks good. Like he knows what he's doing.
I wish he ran the 40 at the combine because he would have been so fast. Like
Yeah.
he's not as shifty as Lamar, but his straight line speed is just insane.
He's just quick. What do you
Yeah.
think he'd run? Like a foot? My guess would be like a 4-3.
I was gonna say I think he could get into the 4 threes. Goes up, yeah. Imagine he goes out there, runs a 4-2, and just like goes first overall.
I bet you he would have. If he ran a 4-1 in that draft, I bet you he would have gone first overall.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, actually, no, Lawrence would have gone first overall. No doubt about it.
Yeah, probably still would have gone over Zach Wilson. Woohoo!
I'm
They could.
just sorry. I'm sorry. I'm reading over the games from this week. I
Yeah.
didn't know the Colts and the Patriots played each other. I did, but I didn't see anything from that game.
Yeah, that's
I had
that's
Deion
top up
Jackson.
there in the irrelevant games list.
Okay.
I had Deion Jackson in my fantasy lineup this week because I thought he was going to be a good pickup off the wire.
And
6.5 points.
you were wrong. You were so wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
He had 11 rushes. He just got 23 total yards.
Yeah.
Sam Ellinger,
Brutal.
unfortunately, does suck.
He does.
He was good for a couple weeks. It was fun, but yeah, he still sucks.
Can
We all-
can we talk about the Colts' new interim head coach, Jeff Saturday,
Oh yeah,
the high school football coach?
Is Jim
yeah.
Irsay okay? Is he okay?
No, probably not.
This is gonna be really fun to watch because the Colts are playing the Raiders next week. So whatever team loses is officially
The worst team in the NFL.
bums. If the Raiders lose to I'm pretty sure he has a losing high school record. A losing
Yeah, he does.
high school coach, the Raiders we will never let them hear the end of it.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
how last
Nobody,
week I said, oh, sorry, go ahead, Zoe.
I
Go
was
ahead.
nobody on that coaching staff has ever called an offensive play at the NFL level.
That's
Never called a play.
That's
Oh
so
my
bad.
God.
Well, they will.
They're they're gonna be
They'll
like
have to.
they're gonna be there on Sunday, like trying to figure out how the headsets work. Like,
Yeah, they'll have to call one at some point. Zeller, what happened to the Falcons this week, dude?
the Falcons falconed.
Uh,
They
Yeah.
falconed.
is that a
No,
is that an adjective?
it's a
The verb.
verb. It's a verb. It's something you do. It's a verb.
I had like a 50-50 chance there at making that one right. And I messed it up.
Who did they play again?
Play the Chargers. They lost 20 to
Right.
17 on a last second field goal.
Right.
It was fine. They played an okay game. They were running all over them in the first half, but just couldn't really keep up pace in the second half. And then although I had to go to I missed the last 10 minutes of the game because I had my intramural volleyball game. But I just like checked my phone after and I saw they kicked the last second field goal. I was like, oh, okay. I assume they drove down, kick a field goal and won. But no, it's the Falcons. They have to make it way more complicated.
How'd you do?
Um, so Herbert
Not
and
good.
How,
He was
no, how'd you do
in volleyball.
in your interim volleyball game?
Oh.
had just
Oh,
clued
God.
into his either. I knew what you meant, Nate.
I thought I was talking about the Falcons still.
Thanks, Jake.
We lost. They were like tryhards.
Oh, okay.
But sorry, essentially the Falcons game. I think it was either a pick or a fumble. I don't remember. They got a pick or a fumble while the Chargers were in field goal range to win the game.
Fumble.
Pick up the ball, run back about 20 yards. The guy who picked up the fumbled the ball again, giving the Chargers the ball back. So they drive back into field goal range again and then kick to win.
That's such a Falcons thing to do.
I know, right?
See, that's exactly what I said.
That's hilarious.
It's objectively.
How did I not see that? I was watching Red Zone.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Weird.
Anyways, the Seahawks
Seattle.
are leading the NFC West convincingly, actually, too, same as the Vikings.
They're 2 games up on the Niners.
They are 2 games up on the Niners. You think they'll be able to take the division or no, guys?
I'm gonna go with yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jake.
I say they do it.
I think we're halfway through the season now, and they're still playing this good. I think they're still going to keep playing this good. So yeah, I think it's possible.
Absolutely, I think it's possible. I don't think it'll happen, but
Niners
are gonna
they're allowed to have a 1 mistake game. They're allowed to have 1 bad game now because they're 2 games up. So
That's
it's
true.
okay.
That's true. Okay, we are happy to announce and present to everybody our mid-season NFL awards. Woo!
Woo!
We need some music. We need some non-copyrighted music.
We need some transition music, Nate. Can we get that going?
We need Carson to start making us some music that he can sell us for free that we can use on the show.
Some like hard
Carson,
stuff.
Carson plays guitar. I don't know if he does like
Some
we
hard stuff.
We can do like a little, I don't know, like a little Seinfeld jigs on acoustic guitar, classical guitar. That'd be sick. Just little riffs. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Anyways, let's get into the mid-season awards, guys. So yeah, Zyla, like you said, we were gonna debate them, but a lot of them are all the same. So I think we're just gonna present most of them as like our unanimous awards. Yeah. Like not really like what?
I was gonna say we could also like talk about like who else we consider and stuff too, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can kind of present this as like this is SGT's mid-season awards.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do it.
You want to start bottom up and then we can finish, or we can start top down?
Go top down.
We can go top down, yeah.
So we'll start with the MVP. The SGT MVP of the year so far, mid-season, is Patrick Mahomes. Zyler, what do you think?
It is.
Give me your take on this.
I think there's kind of 2 correct answers here. I think you can go Mahomes or Allen.
Mm.
I think maybe it's a little bit of recency bias, but I think after that last game by Josh Allen, that kind of pushed me towards Patrick Mahomes. I think just the fact that he's doing the exact same thing as the last 2 years, if not better, without the best receiver in the league
That's true.
just speaks volumes to how good he actually is, regardless of his teammates. And,
That's true.
obviously just putting up big numbers as well.
Good
Yeah,
point. Good point.
I was gonna comment on that too, that he's literally playing better without Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
But I think another guy that you could consider too is like Jalen Hurts, possibly
Yeah.
just because they're undefeated, right?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but no, because like was Kyler an MVP last season?
He was for a little bit. He was in the talks for a little bit.
Oh,
Was he?
yeah. Well, it was the same thing. It was like, oh, they're 8-0. Kyler has to be in it, and then we lost some games, and it was like, oh,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
Well,
mean.
like
As soon as the Eagles start to lose, it's going to be the same thing.
exactly, but like as of right now, he is in the MVP race.
Sure.
he is. I think the Eagles are better than the Cardinals as well, but I
Yeah.
think put it this way: would you rather, if you're how can I word this? If you were doing like if you're like drafting a team for like next week, when you can either pick the rest of the offense or the quarterback, and you had first pick of whatever, would you take Jalen Hurts or would you take the rest of the offense, and then vice versa for the Chiefs and the Bills?
True.
Right, like I'm taking Mahomes, I'm taking Josh Allen,
Fair.
but give me the rest of the Eagles offense, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not Jalen Hurts slander. He's playing amazing,
No,
but he's
yeah,
just playing in a perfect situation, right? So
We'll get to that later. We'll talk about that more later.
agreed. Jake, same idea, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I like Patrick Mahomes as the MVP so far. That's who I would put my money on to win it.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I think while the Bills have looked really good, Patrick Mahomes has just looked a little bit better than Josh Allen.
yeah,
Like, yeah, Josh Allen looks like more dominant, but like
Hmm.
the Bills are really dependent on Josh Allen.
Yeah,
Like if it seems like because he did not really play well yesterday or like on Sunday.
yeah,
Um, and if he doesn't play well, then they suffer
that's
and
true.
they end up losing to the Jets.
Well, you could say the same with the Chiefs.
Yeah, they had one bad game to the Colts a little while ago.
Yeah, but I don't know. The way I see it is like everyone expects Patrick Mahomes to be this good,
Yeah.
always this good.
Same with Josh
yeah.
Allen now. He's going to be held to this standard for the rest of his career.
No, I know.
A little bit, but I think also Josh Allen hasn't won one yet, so there's a little bit of like people kind of want him to win,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll win it, but I think as it should be Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, I think it should be too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can move on now. We can move on to the offensive player of the year. We actually have different answers for this one. I got Nick Chubb as my offensive player of the year. I know Tyreek's playing really well, but I think Tyreek moved into a much better spot than Nick Chubb is in right now, considering what Nick Chubb has, an incompetent rush head coach, and just a very mediocre quarterback. He's still playing like he's the best running back in the entire league. He is the best running back in the entire league this year.
I think he's the best pure rusher in the league. Yeah, I don't think Tyreek's situation is that good. Like I think Tyreek is carrying.
No, it's not good, but it's better than Chubb's. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Chubb is a pretty good O line and like rushing wise.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like yeah, I mean, he doesn't get the passing work and stuff, but he gets plenty of blocks.
Tyreek Hill has the most amount of yards in the first 9 games of the year, like ever. And I'm pretty sure there's a pretty like big gap between him and second. So that alone, I'm pretty sure puts him as offensive player of the year, or like at least for like the mid-season.
So you guys have Tyreek. I just wanted to make
Yeah, I have Tyreek.
Yeah, we both have Tyreek Hill.
Sorry, we didn't really make that clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have said that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Tyreek Hill. I think him and Jalen Waddle are the best 1-2 punch in the league right now.
Best 1-2 punch in a long time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both top 5 in yards.
Yeah. And like, this sounds like I'm slandering too. I'm not trying to, but like, it's with Tua at quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like they it
Like,
only the two of them are getting the ball, and the defenses know that the two of them are going to get the ball, but yet they're finding ways like they're running jet sweeps, they're running screens, they're throwing deep balls, and somehow every single time that Tua throws the ball to either one of them, it's a catch. Every time he tries to throw to someone else, it's an incompletion because all of his yards are going towards Hill and Waddle. I think they have almost 2,000 yards combined in
Oh,
9 weeks.
yeah, something like that. I think like 1900.
that's
Yeah,
insane.
that's 100 yards each a game.
Yeah, each.
Each.
Yeah. Tyreek is just so impossible to cover. Like, there is no way to cover him unless
Mhm.
No.
you like triple bracket him. Like,
And then you got Waddle on the other side.
Yeah,
exactly.
you have to worry about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then I'm
it,
sure that if they somehow managed to cover both of them, that another wide receiver would be able to catch a ball.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think Tyreek Hill's the offensive player of the year. That's all.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it's Tyreek. I have Nick Chubb second, so fair enough. But I also there's some people who would say Derrick Henry. He has been good, but the efficiency just hasn't been there compared to past years. So
I'd
Yeah.
give him offensive player of the month.
Yep. He's been good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, no, like he's been great, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not all
maybe
year.
not for the year, but for the month,
Yeah.
absolutely.
yeah,
Let's move on to defensive player now.
This one was a little bit trickier, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
There's no real front runner for this award this year. It'll be interesting to see who they go with.
as the three front runners, yeah.
Um, I just threw Matt Judon up for me. Just because he's leading the league in sacks right now, and New England's defense is looking pretty nasty. So I don't know. You guys go ahead.
I mean,
Don't even
11 and a half sacks, you can't go wrong. Like,
Yeah,
don't let me talk in this segment. Just go on.
still impressive. I think it's Micah Parsons.
I agree.
He's a really like he's a linebacker who's an edge rusher who can play in coverage, who can blitz, and can somehow get around 300-pound men. And he's like what, 220, 230? Something like he's
Yep.
not very big and somehow manages to get in the backfield almost every single play if he's blitzing. It's
Yeah, it's
remarkable.
ridiculous. Yeah,
This
he's
guy,
number
this
one
guy's
in
nuts.
it's ridiculous. He's number one in ESPN's pass rush win rate at 32%. That means like on 32% of offensive snaps, he's winning his rep against the offensive lineman.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nate, I'm sorry, I gotta ask because it's kind of habitual for me. Do you know who Micah Parsons is?
No.
You're joking, right?
Are you serious?
Well, I do, but who does he play for?
I
Dallas?
guess.
No.
Yeah, he plays for Dallas.
Yeah, okay, I thought so.
He's number 11 on the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay,
All right. Okay, so you do know who he is. Good.
I do. Yeah, I thought I did. I just wanted to play it safe.
Okay. Good. Thank God.
Micah Parsons is
If it wasn't who I was
245
thinking,
pounds.
I thought I knew who I was thinking of, but if I was wrong, I didn't want to look stupid. So
Did you say he's 245 pounds?
Yeah, he does not look like it.
How tall is he?
He's tall. Hold on.
Oh, he is tall?
Yeah, whenever I Google stuff, it comes up in centimeters or meters and kilograms. It's so
it's
annoying.
so annoying. Yeah,
I know. I'm like,
I
I know I'm
was,
in Canada, but I don't care. He's 6'3".
oh, I
Makes
thought he was
sense.
like short. I thought he was a little guy.
Nah, I mean, like you have to have like arm length and stuff to get off the edge, right? But 245 is still not huge for a pass rusher, but like he was a pretty lean 245.
Always in the backfield.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Uh, can we move on to offensive rookie of the year,
yeah,
who is also a unanimous decision?
yeah. Unanimous
I'm
decision for offensive rookie is Kenneth Walker of the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm surprised this one was unanimous. I was back and forth between him and Damian Pierce.
I,
Pierce hasn't popped yet. Like, well, Pierce has popped like a game or two, and he's good. Don't get me wrong, but Kenneth Walker is on another level than Damian Pierce. I guarantee you, if he keeps this up, he's going to be in the top 3 next year for fantasy drafts.
He could be. I don't think it's on another level. I think they're pretty similar. I think Pierce has more rushing yards and stuff.
Yeah,
But by about 100 right now, I think. But part of the reason I want Ken Walker, he's just much more efficient per touch. Like obviously, he didn't start right away because Penny was there, which you can't really blame him for.
yeah.
And since
Pierce
Penny
started
got
right
injured,
away.
yeah, since Penny got injured, he's been
He's
better, I
been on
think.
a tear.
So
Hopefully he doesn't get injured.
you could also argue that Walker's in a much better situation too.
yeah, that's true. Like it,
Yeah.
yeah. What Pierce is doing in Houston is very impressive. Did you guys see that one highlight of him like I mean, no, he just like broke like 3 tackles in a row. Like every time he had like a hand on the ground, he just kept spinning off guys.
I didn't see.
Yeah,
Jake, do you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about from like
yeah.
last week,
I know.
2 weeks ago?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Some
Yeah.
Barry Sanders level kind of like level stuff.
It was Barry Sanders level of contact balance. Very impressive.
Point is, they're both dogs. That's all we gotta say.
Dogs.
Yeah,
Hawks.
dogs. Woof, woof. Is that their bark?
Woof, woof.
Is that their bark?
I'd sooner leave the podcast.
Is that their bark?
Tyler, do it.
Now you're giving me that order like I'm a dog now. You're like Zyler, bark.
Is that their bark? Hey, sit, bark. That's Jake for our Spotify listeners. Anyways,
No, let's just pretend it was me and move on.
Oh my God.
defensive rookie. Defensive rook, another unanimous decision. Guys, what else? What else can we say?
This is
It's
unanimous,
Sauce.
but there's a couple other guys I wanna shout out. It's definitely
it's
Sauce Gardner.
It's Sauce.
It's Sauce Gardner. He's so good.
This guy is the man. He is
Yeah,
the man.
he doesn't have like the counting stats, like doesn't have a ton of picks or anything like that. But it's just because they don't throw the ball to him. Like
And every time somebody does throw the ball to him, it's well, he's let up 1 touchdown this year, I think, in 9 games.
yeah, it was like the first one of his football career or something like that.
But his hands, like every single time somebody tries to catch it, his hand is always right in the basket,
Yeah.
right between the ball and his hand, like in his opponent's hand. And he's always forcing those knockouts. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah. He's so good at playing right on the edge of pass interference, which sounds weird, but like he's very physical, but like still doesn't get flagged that often, which is which is a skill, right? So
Um, hot take incoming. Okay. I think in 2 years, people are going to say that he's better than Ramsey. And Ramsey's going to have a fit about it.
yeah, no, that's fair.
I was gonna say he's similar to Jalen Ramsey in that way.
Yeah. He's a media guy. He's a guy who wants the camera, like who wants the love, who wants the attention.
Yeah, he
I
reminds
mean,
me.
his name's Sauce.
True.
Yeah, his name is Sauce. I was talking like why is that like on the broadcast? Like it's an and then Jake was like it's a nickname and I was like, but like why? Like other people have nicknames. Why is it on the broadcast? Like why is that his legal name?
He publicizes himself as Sauce Gardner.
Yeah,
Ahmad
like
Sauce Gardner. Gardner.
That's so funny to me.
yeah. Although shout out to Tariq Woolen. You could pick Tariq Woolen and that wouldn't be wrong. He's
Yeah.
also had
He was one of the guys I wanted to shout out earlier. And on the other side of the field, Kobe Bryant, I think 5 forced fumbles now.
what?
He's got like 5 forced fumbles, 5 or 4.
For our non-hardcore sports fans, Kobe Bryant is a defensive rookie in the NFL this year.
Plays for the Seattle Seahawks.
Spelled differently than Kobe Bryant, the basketball legend. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
He's got 4 forced fumbles. Wow.
4. Yeah, sorry.
That's still pretty good.
I
I don't know
still
if he's any good at coverage, but not bad.
I think he's a nickel corner.
I don't even know what that means.
It's
He's,
like slot corner.
Oh,
you know what the slot is?
no.
It's normally the receiver that plays closest to the to the quarterback
Oh,
on the inside.
ready to move on?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yep. Coach of the year. We all have different.
3 different picks here. Wow.
This is my
Interesting.
1, 2. This is my 1, 2, and 3 here.
Yeah,
Um,
these are all fine picks, I think.
Yeah, these are top three. They're just all jumbled. Zyla, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure, I'll start. I have Nick Sirianni, coach of the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not someone who likes to judge teams just based on, oh, they have the most wins. But Philly has actually looked really, really good this year. And I think Nick Sirianni and that offense is a big reason why. And like,
I love
yeah,
this.
it's very talented, obviously, but they've only the addition of AJ Brown wasn't everything. And I think Sirianni's done a great job with that team. So they've won a lot of games. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I love this dude. He when they played Dallas, I think it was prime time. I think it was Sunday Night Football. But he was flipping off the Cowboys sideline after he was like stomping on them in the fourth quarter. Like I love this dude. Uh, do you think they're gonna go undefeated this year?
No.
No.
I
I think
think
they're gonna go. What name?
I think they'll lose one or two games, but they have an easy schedule.
They've
And
had
I,
an easy schedule so far, to be
and
fair.
I feel like they've gotten like they only have
Lucky.
like I don't even know what the rest of their schedule looks like quite yet. But like
Brutal.
I haven't seen it. Is it brutal?
Like brutally bad.
Like it's an easy schedule?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
like
is an
they
absolute
could
joke of a schedule. Yeah.
yeah, like from the beginning of the year, I feel like they
I
have
think they're gonna lose to the Giants once, and I think they're gonna lose to the Cowboys. I think they're gonna go 15-2.
I think they'll 16-1. I don't think they'll lose to the Giants. I'll give them
Oh,
2 games max though. They'll be 15-2 or 16-1, I think.
okay.
I think they'll be
That's
15
fair.
and 2.
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
and 2.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Um,
Yeah. The two full divisions that they're playing, because like the way the schedule works, you play like two full other divisions. So the division that they're matched up with this year are the AFC South
And
and the NFC North,
no way.
which both suck.
they
So
already stomped on the Vikings.
yeah, they
So
did. That's true. Although their own division has been surprisingly good this year. So I'll give them credit for those wins.
yeah. Nate, who do you have?
I've got Brian Dable of the New York Giants as my coach of the year.
Okay.
I just think the Giants like I'm just still so shocked at what they've done this year.
Yeah.
It,
6-0 in one possession
I
games.
know, like I feel like we're just kind of getting used to it that the Giants are good now, but like seriously, like I feel
With no offense except for Saquon Barkley.
what did they do in the offseason? Like nothing really. Like you didn't expect this team to be any good. You know what I mean?
No,
And
I did not.
it was just taking it to like just this whole new level. I don't know. I think he's my coach of the year for
Okay.
sure. Jake, who you got?
I have Pete Carroll, and I think these guys are going to go 1, 2, and 3
Yeah.
in the votings. Um, Pete Carroll's having his redemption year with Geno Smith.
Yeah.
He now has control of the offense again, and a quarterback who can listen to Pete Carroll per se,
Hmm.
and it's working. But they also had a really good draft. They found two really good tackles who, if they don't get injured, could be good for a decade.
Yeah, I mean they got Treek Woolen in the 5th round.
Yeah, and the number one, like the guy who's in first for interceptions and the guy who's tied for first in forced fumbles on defense, and they're both rookies. So this team's having a really good year,
Oh yeah,
and they're being coached just as well.
Yep.
I agree. Who would you guys put
Pretty
at
good picks.
Who would you guys put at 2 and 3 for your lists? Zyler, who would you put?
Dable, oh,
I would
Dable then
go.
Sirianni.
I'd go Dayball 2, probably Pete Carroll 3.
Yeah, I would go Pete Carroll 2 and Sirianni 3.
Okay.
Robert Sala, maybe. Maybe Robert Sala will get in there. He's put up a good
Four.
defense.
I think Solo's 4.
Jake, who'd you say yours was? I couldn't hear yours.
Robert Sala is 4. Or did you like the 2, 3?
Before the 2, 3.
Dable then Sirianni.
Yeah, cool. We can talk about our comeback player of the year. These were two awards that we didn't do in the September awards. We just kind of added them in today. Coach of the year and comeback player of the year. Jake, who do you have for comeback player of the year?
I know what everybody's gonna say. Geno Smith. But just shout out Saquon Barkley. So I'm gonna put him as my comeback player of the year so far.
I almost picked him. I
Yeah.
have Gino, as does
Jake,
Nate, but
Jake put him in.
those are the two
Shout
options.
out. Jake put him in just because shout out, man.
These guys are gonna go 1 and 2, but I think the comeback player of the year trophy should be named after Geno Smith. So
This
when
is
he
such, like-
retires, it should be the Geno Smith Comeback Player of the Year award.
This is such a weird award because like it's not only performance based, it's also like how much did you suck before this? You know?
Yeah.
or like how badly were you injured, right? Which
Yeah,
is kind of
exactly.
a weird metric, right?
It is a
But,
weird
like,
award. It's like it's similar to most improved, but like not really. Like it's kind
It's
of
like even weirder because it's like how bad did you mess up your leg?
like it's a redemption story. It's what people like to hear. It's
Yeah,
a dog story, pretty much.
that's what it is. Like so for me,
Yeah.
like this isn't that serious. It's about for me, it's more about the story than anything. And so like Geno Smith was on the bench for 7 years. Like
Yeah.
that's a pretty good comeback. So
Yeah.
although Saquon's probably better relative to his position, like he's a better running back than Geno is a quarterback still. I
Yeah.
think being on the bench for 7 years is just
Yeah.
a cooler comeback story. So
Yeah. If
that's what I'm going with.
this was a different year, I think Saquon would have it, but Gino's the front runner. He's got
Yeah.
to win it. Unless he starts to
Yeah.
but like as of right now, he's winning this award.
Absolutely.
But no, I agree with you, Jake. Like you give Saquon this year. Next year, I think he'd win it, unless I don't know, he had a crazy year, or unless someone else had a crazy year. I mean, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Breakout team.
Unanimous.
All the same.
Unanimously, the Philadelphia Eagles. We've kind of already talked about them a lot,
Yeah.
but
Still,
they
yeah,
were okay last year. They're really good this year. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same could be same. You could say the same for Seattle and the Giants as well. I know we've been talking about those three teams a lot in the last 5 minutes.
We should talk more about the Vikings. The Vikings are second in the league here. Maybe I should have picked them.
That's true. But I think actually that's true. That's a good point.
I think Vikings get
Much thought on that.
yeah, if we're talking breakout team, like teams that are just emerging like through the midseason, then I think it's Minnesota. But they've had a lot of close calls. Like they almost lost to Washington,
They have, yeah.
That's true.
right? Pretty sure they almost
Yeah.
lost again this week too,
But,
right?
a win's a win.
A win is a win. That's right. That's why they're 7-1.
Exactly.
Yeah. Again, similar to before, our breakout player, we have unanimously Geno Smith.
Mhm.
Can't elaborate much more, but came out of nowhere to be probably a top 5 quarterback on the season. Definitely top 10.
Let's sign a
Yeah,
petition
okay.
to create the comeback player of the year award, name it after Geno Smith.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Broncos country. Broncos country.
We'll make it an actual petition.com petition that you guys can all sign.
Let's do it.
We'll ask for 100,000 signatures.
Yep. It'll work.
Yep. We'll get it done, guys.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Would you
Anyway,
like to give some context to that, Jake, or you're just going to drop that then leave?
No, I'm going to drop
makes
that
no
then leave.
sense.
I'm gonna drop
Okay,
that and leave.
so what Jake's talking about is her takeout player, which is basically most disappointing. Um, it's Russell Wilson.
It's Russell
Russell
Wilson.
Wilson.
It can't
This
not.
guy's garbage.
No, like I don't want to say he's washed, but like at this point, the first throughout the first month, it was like, yeah, he's adjusting to the new team time, and he still looks bad.
I'm sorry, Zyla, you
Uh,
just cut out there. Say that again.
oh, sorry. Basically, I was saying like at the start of the season, it was just like, yeah, he's playing bad, but new team, new system, give him some time to adjust, and he's still bad a month
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And clearly Jake agrees too. He's just sucks. He's just
He's
the worst.
garbage.
He's just the worst.
Yep.
Cringy. He doesn't know how to run a team clearly. He doesn't know how to take leadership. Like it's
He's
just
blind. He puts all of his attention to the media.
yeah.
But hey, he does high knees on the plane,
But
so
he
he's
does do
clearly
high knees
dedicated.
playing for 8 hours. And then at least they won. Maybe it's because they didn't do high knees. Or they're on bye week this week. They didn't even play.
Yeah, they won they won against the Jags in London.
Yeah, because he did high knees. Maybe they'll beat the Titans this week in week 10 if he does high knees on the way to Tennessee.
Let's hope not. I want to see a Titans win there. I don't want to see the Broncos win another game this year.
The thing is, they might though. We'll get to
I
that
know.
next episode. But yeah, we can wrap it up with our takeout team of the year, Zyler, while we're on the subject.
I still have the Broncos. Same thing. Russell Wilson's been bad. The rest of the team's been disappointing. The defense has actually been good. It just hasn't mattered. Russell Wilson has dragged down that offense, but yeah, the rest of it's been ugly too. Jerry Jeudy, I really believed in him. Hasn't been there. Yeah, I expected a lot more from this offense, obviously, and they're not putting it up.
Yeah.
Nate, great minds think alike, you and I.
Sorry, Jake, I'm switching my answer to the Broncos.
What? Oh my
He
God.
doesn't want to be associated with you, Jake.
No, it's not that. It's just Zyler, you make a really convincing point, and it, if you told me at the beginning of the year that the Broncos and Raiders were both going to suck really bad, I would have been more shocked that the Broncos would have sucked than the Raiders.
Yeah, I feel like the
Fair
Raiders had a
enough.
wider range of outcomes like that were expected, whereas the Broncos were pretty unanimously going to be at least a wild card team.
I put money on them to win the Super Bowl before the season started. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do.
I put
Did
money
you
on
cash it
those.
out?
Yes, after week one. After
Hey,
the
good cash
first
out.
game. After they lost
Good
to
cash.
Seattle, I cashed out.
Good cash out.
Yeah.
That's a win.
I only lose like $4. I was like a $15 bet. I lost like $4 on it. But
Should I cash
Hey,
out my Buffalo bet now?
no, dude. They
no.
win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Why would you cash out on that?
If Josh Allen's not playing, I'm immediately cashing it out.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the odds are like the cash out odds are going to adjust for that too.
Yeah, I know.
Who do you have
I
for
have I have Josh McDaniels as my takeout team.
awesome?
He's garbage.
Awesome.
I mean the Raiders. Sorry. They're garbage.
No, you mean Josh McDaniels.
I mean Josh McDaniels. I really do mean Josh McDaniels.
Stick to your guns.
Yeah.
He's not a head coach. He's not like a leader. He's not really that smart on offense. He needed Bill Belichick to help him.
Yeah.
People need to stop hiring Bill Belichick disciples. They all suck.
They don't work because none of them
They
know what to do
all
without
fail.
Bill.
Yeah,
None of them
Bill
know
is
what
like
to do without him.
it's weird because like all of like a lot of coaches that like came out from like under like Shanahan or McVay, a lot of
Yeah.
them like also come out as like offensive geniuses. Like like LaFleur worked with them, McDaniels worked with them.
Robert Saleh,
None of the
look at him.
yeah, like none of the guys that come out of the Belichick tree are really considered defensive geniuses at all. Like
No, they all
it's like he
suck.
doesn't teach. It's like he just does the defense and doesn't teach them anything.
He probably doesn't. Do you
Probably
think
doesn't.
Probably not.
You really think he does? I don't think he does.
He
Probably
doesn't
not,
want people
no.
to know his secrets.
That too. And
Even
he's
his
also
own
just,
team
he's
can't know
also
his
just
secrets.
antisocial.
Yeah, he's just a grumpy old man.
He is a grumpy old
That
man.
he is.
That's all.
All right, guys. Thursday night football prediction
This
because
game is
that
gonna
I think that
suck.
was the last of our awards.
Yeah, this game's gonna suck. It's Falcons in Carolina. I'm a Falcons fan, and there's a hurricane hitting. Like actually, there's a hurricane hitting Florida, so it's gonna be pouring rain in Carolina. This game's gonna be
Uh-oh.
miserable.
Be
I
safe.
don't recommend you watch it. Yeah, yeah. If you're
I
in Florida,
probably
stay safe,
won't.
please.
Honestly, I probably won't
Um,
watch it.
yeah, I wouldn't.
I
I
probably
It's
will.
going to be terrible.
I'm predicting Falcons over Panthers like 14-10 or something like that.
okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare.
And the Panthers are going to bench 3 of their quarterbacks.
Okay.
Nice. You think Sam
They're going to
Darnold's
bench.
going to get a shot?
I think Sam Darnold's going to get this. I don't even know if he dresses anymore. He's gonna put on some pads at halftime.
Interesting.
I get the Falcons.
I'm going to take the Falcons as
Yeah.
well.
I appreciate your support.
Carolina's also a mess. So
Yeah.
More of a mess.
What a bad game this is. No, the Falcons should win this game.
Yeah.
They should.
You know, I'm gonna make things interesting. Give me the Panthers. Let me make it interesting. I think the Panthers can pull out a win against the Falcons.
Okay.
AJ Terrell is still out. Not that it matters because they've known they can pass the ball, but in theory, if they remember how to pass the ball, it might matter. So
True.
being really mean today.
Nate, who's AJ Terrell?
He's the guy who plays for the Falcons.
What's his
What does he play?
position?
He's a receiver. Is he?
No,
Nope.
not.
Oh, is he a defensive player?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who am I thinking of? The receiver on the Falcons, the rookie.
Drake London.
Drake London.
I'm thinking of Drake London.
Not the same guy.
I know it's not now. Who's
Corner.
who?
Corner. All pro snub. Or no. Didn't he make the all pro team?
Yeah, second team.
What's his
Yeah.
name?
AJ Terrell.
AJ Terrell,
He's not a rookie?
third year.
Oh, third year.
Yeah, third year.
I
Third year.
got them mixed up. My bad.
No, it's okay.
All good.
I'm guessing you've got the Falcons for this game.
Yeah, I said 14-10.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I missed that. I missed that.
Okay.
All
I'll throw a
right.
score to make it interesting. 17-14 Falcons.
Okay, I'll throw in a score too. I say 19-10 Panthers.
Okay.
How do you
Interesting.
even score 19? Such an awkward amount to score.
I think it'll be 1 touchdown and 4 field goals.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, that's possible.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. All right. We'll wrap this one up, guys. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Thank you. I think what we should do at the end of the season, when the Super Bowl is over, we should have our own little Super Bowl party. We'll do a SGT awards show. We'll dress nice on Zoom and we'll film a big awards show for the end of the NFL season.
Did you whisper something, Jake? We couldn't hear that.
Yeah.
Can't whisper on a podcast. It doesn't work like.
Yeah,
No,
it doesn't, your mic
I was
doesn't pick
gonna
up the
say-
whisper.
What if we did a live one for the SGT Awards?
Yeah, sure. We absolutely do a live one. That'd be
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Live.
we did a live one.
Live from our new studio.
Yes, live from our new studio, Jake's basement.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
All
Okay.
right.
We'll see you guys next time.
All right.
See you guys.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.